Thank you, Maeve and Coco, for that beautiful introduction. That pasta looked amazing. I'm gonna make myself some tea. In this episode, we are going to go into a deeper dive into each specific trait of the Big Five. In terms of characteristics, there are different ones for people with either high extroversion and low extroversion. So, for example, someone with high extroversion, their traits would be like, they'd be very sociable and very energetic and adventurous, even like assertive, like in situations or conversations or situations. People with low extroversion, their characteristics would be like kind of quiet and reserved and calm and composed. For the behaviors of someone who is high in extroversion, they would be someone who sought out social interactions, initiates the conversations at those social interactions, takes on like the leadership role in groups of people. The behavior of a person with low extroversion, they would prefer to do things alone. They would prefer to do little things like read a book by themselves or go to the park by themselves. In terms of sociableness, they prefer smaller groups. Like within conversation, they're more so listening rather than speaking. And besides characteristics and behaviors, there's also how either having high extroversion or low extroversion affects your overall life. People with high extroversion, they would end up in opportunities where they would be in more networking, sociable situations, jobs, if you will. They would end up as like a team leader, learn how to be that sociable person like in a professional way. Do that. They could also do something like, for example, like theater, like as like a concrete example. You're kind of out there, you don't care because you're extroverted. Someone with low extroversion, how that impacts your life, there is a general increase in self-awareness. Another thing that they're able to do is like really focus on like whatever solitary task that they're doing, like crocheting, for example. In general, they prefer independent work. And so in concrete terms, that would be like a mathematician who is away in his little office solving a math problem all on his own. Also, they are less susceptible to the peer pressure of others. Like a highly extroverted person, if someone was like, yo, let's go do this, extroverted person would be like, oh my gosh, yes. Low extroverted person, if they get invited out and everyone's like, come on, let's go, they just be like, yeah, no, it's okay. I hand over the microphone to my peers and have them explain the rest of the Big Five.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about agreeableness. Now, research suggests a strong link between agreeableness, teamwork, and individual well-being. Studies reveal that agreeable individuals, which are characterized by traits like altruism, trust, and cooperation, play a pivotal role in fostering team cohesion and personal well-being. Team cohesion just refers to the connection within a social group, whether that's a friendship or a work project, just that sort of connection. Altruism is a core component of agreeableness. It drives individuals to prioritize the welfare of others and strengthens the bonds within an interpersonal relationship. It also contributes to enhanced well-being for the individual because it aids in facilitating more interpersonal relationships and healthy interpersonal relationships. Trust and cooperation just complement this more and more, and they're vital for effective teamwork and communication and coordination, as well as the performance of tasks and just important aspects of interpersonal relationships. Additionally, it's also important to recognize that research has emphasized a significant role of a leadership or extroverted personality or personality traits connected with agreeable personality or personality traits because they amplify one another and help just again with that like team connection and interpersonal relationships. But I also think it's important to mention that within the study that I read about this, it emphasized that leadership and extroverted qualities needed to facilitate the agreeableness in a way that completely respected them and they remained completely autonomous. So conscientiousness is a personality trait characterized by organization, responsibility, and self-discipline. It has an incredibly strong positive relationship with academic achievement, and that's been confirmed by several studies. There are basically two key factors in conscientiousness and academic success, as well as work performance success, and that is self-advocacy and test anxiety and working under pressure. So conscientious students, for instance, have higher academic self-efficacy and predict better grades, while they also experience lower test anxiety, and test anxiety is associated with negative effects on grades. Conscientious individuals also exhibit other positive learning behaviors, such as reduced self-sabotaging, self-doubt, and not following through on tasks, and have a more deep and enriched approach to learning, and have a very curious mindset, is what's been seen across several different participant groups. Furthermore, conscientiousness not only correlates with academic performance, but also underscores an adaptability to learning. Also, what's important to note about conscientiousness and why it's so correlated with academic and work-based success is because of an ability to adapt and create new learning strategies. So this adaptability allows conscientious individuals to tailor their approach to different task requirements, and it suggests a certain flexibility around academic and work performance that ultimately leads to their success. I think also what's important to note about conscientiousness and why it's so correlated with academic and work-based success is because of an ability to adapt and create new learning strategies. So this adaptability allows conscientious individuals to tailor their approach to different task requirements, and it suggests a certain flexibility around academic and work performance that ultimately leads to their success.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something.